It's so easy to make a puppet out of anything. Just finish off with this one. I always say to the children, if you want to make a puppet, all you need is some bits and pieces. And I show them this, and then they can go home and make one for themselves. I'm going to show you how to make a little furry animal glove puppet. First of all, I needed something for the body, a piece of white fur fabric I found in my bits and pieces. I'm going to double it over and fold it in half. I just want to join it together on one side to make the body for the glove puppet. So I thought, how could I do that? I could sew it with a needle and thread, but I'd have to get Diane to do that. I'm not very good. I could use a pin, but might prick my finger, and I just happened to be looking at some papers in my writing desk at the time. They were all held together by one of these little paper clips. So I thought, well, if it'll hold a piece of paper together, it'll hold a piece of material together. So I secure this piece of cloth halfway down one side with a little paper clip, so it makes a sort of a tube or a sleeve for me to pop my hand and arm all the way down, through and out the other end. So now this arm is covered over with a piece of white material. This one is the same as it was before. Now I'm going to make a little glove puppet animal. So I've got to put something over this hand. It's got to cover my thumb and all of my fingers. What else could I use but a glove? So I went to the Oxfam shop and bought a cheap pair of gardening gloves. 99 pence. What a bargain. Only going to use one of them, so I got it half price. I'm going to slip it on my hand so that it covers up my thumb and my fingers, meets up with a piece of white material. So now this hand and this arm here is all white, and this one here is all left. Now, no, just a minute. No, if that one's all left, this one must be all right. But if that one's all right, this one must be all wrong. Is that right? No, it's not. It's wrong. And it's left, and it's black. This is right, and it's white. Right. Now, if I wobble my fingers about on this hand, they go all over the place. If I do it with this one with the glove on, they do as well. I don't want that to happen. I want to make the fingers of the glove into the mouth of the little glove puppet animal. I thought, how could I do that? I could sew them, I could stick them. It'd take me ages. Tell you what I decided to do. Now at home, we have somebody who walks up my front path every morning, very cheerful. Sometimes he has a hat on, sometimes not. Always has a bag over his shoulder, walks up my front path, and puts lots of letters in my letterbox. Yes, it's the postman. Now, it's not Postman Pat, but he's a very jolly postman. Because I have a little business, sometimes he has a pile of envelopes for me, and round that pile of envelopes, my postman has a rubber elastic band. And for some unknown reason, just before he pops the letters in the letterbox, he takes the rubber band off and drops it on my doorstep. Does your postman do that? Yeah. So does mine. So I pop out and I pick them up. So I got a free rubber band for the postman. Didn't cost me a penny. I'm going to use it to help to make my little glove puppet animal. I'm going to put this first elastic band over the top of the glove, round my thumb and my little finger to hold those very tightly together. In here, I have another rubber band that the postman dropped on my path. That goes over the top of the glove, round the middle, 3 fingers to hold those very tightly together. So if I wobble my fingers about on this hand, they go all over the place. If I do it with this one, with the glove and the elastic bands on, it makes the fingers open and shut. A bit like the mouth of an animal. The crocodile. That's exactly how the crocodile works. Snap, snap, snap. Just imagine it, can't you? But if it was going to be a crocodile, it would be green. This one's all white. That one's all left. No, we've done that bit. Anyway, it is going to be a little animal. All the animals I see, whether they're at the zoo, in the farm, walking along the road, they all have 2 things they look out of. A pair of eyes. Right. So I went into the toy shop. I bought a couple of doll's eyes. I put some sticky material on the back of the eye and on the back of half of a polystyrene ball. I put another piece of sticky material on the back of that, on the back of the glove. So I'm going to put one doll's eye on the knuckle just there. And I'm going to put the other doll's eye on the knuckle just there. And now it's looking even more like a little animal. It could be a sheep. It's all white. Bah! Could be a duck. Quack, 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 quack. Could be a snake. I really got you. No, it's not going to be any of those things. Now, what I do next, I wonder if you'll guess what sort of animal this is going to be. Now, in my garage at home, we had some old kitchen chairs, and they'd all gone rusty. Diane said to me, they're rubbish, take them down to the tip, for goodness sake, get rid of them. So I thought, well, I will do, but before I do, I just have a look and see if there's anything worth having. When I looked at the bottom of each chair leg, there was a little black rubber stopper on the bottom. I think it's really meant to stop the chair scraping on the ground. Anyway, I thought I'm not wasting those. So before I took the rusty old chairs down to the rubbish tip, I took them off. I got 4 off of each chair. I've got one here, and would you believe it, I am going to use it as a nose for my glove puppet animal. When I pop it on the middle finger, I bet you'll be able to guess what sort of animal this is going to be. Are we ready? Watch this. Bottom of a chair leg. Pop it on your middle finger, and suddenly a dog. Isn't that amazing? Now, if it's going to be a little dog, all the dogs I see walking down the road go, have something hanging out of their mouths, a tongue. So next I've cut a piece of red felt out in the shape of a dog's tongue. I'm going to pop it under the bottom rubber band, put the fingers back together, and now it's looking even more like a little dog. Now, I could do a tail, could do some legs, just showing you how to make this little glove puppet puppy dog's head. And this little puppet puppy dog's head has 2 things missing that all puppy dogs have. A pair of ears. So finally, I'm going to put a piece of black fur fabric on the top. We'll see if it looks like a little dog. Are we ready? Wait for it. 1, 2, 3. Whoops! Oh! Does that look a bit like a dog to you? I think it does. Could be a poodle. Could be a dachshund. Could be an Afghan hound. I think it's a dog. I'll just ask it. Excuse me, are you a dog? Sorry, I'll ask him again. Excuse me, are you a dog? Do you think it was the dog that made that noise? Hey, come on. Stop telling them the answer. Now, stop telling them the answer. Oh, he said, just lick my ear. No, I think perhaps it was me making... Will you stop telling them the answer? Oh, for goodness sake, lick my ear again. You see, the good thing about making a little puppet like this, not only do you have a lot of fun making it, but when you've made it, you can have some fun with it. So I can sit him in my arms, I can make him nod his head, I can make him shake his head, I can make him have a sniff round and lick my... Will you stop doing that? Oh, dear. I can make him speak. Are we ready? It was me. And all you need to make a little glove puppy dog like this is a piece of black fur fabric for the ears, bottom of a chair leg for the nose, a piece of red felt for the tongue, a couple of rubber bands from the postman, 2 doll size from the toy shop, 1 glove from Oxfam, a clip out of the writing desk, and a piece of old material. It's as easy as ABC.